Hey everybody, it's Kirsten. So I recently got a comment from a subscriber that suggested doing a video about performances, how to prepare, how to calm your nerve, etc. And I thought that was a perfect idea. So I'd like to thank that subscriber who suggested that because I love that idea. So obviously that's what I'm doing the video about today. And I'm going to focus more on how to calm your nerves and prepare for a performance and really get the best results in your performances and how to be happy with the end result. So I guess I'll start off with the nerves aspect, which I really struggle with. And it's funny because back at my home studio I really didn't have an issue. I would just go on stage and without that much like nervousness, however I word that was awkward, and just do my thing and be happy with it. I had a great time on stage. But once I came to a pre-professional program and higher stress situation, I found that I just get swallowed up by my own nerves. Like, it consumes me and I'm not able to really do my best in a show because I'm so nervous before I go on stage and while I'm on stage, which I never used to experience. I used to just be a little nervous before I went on stage, and then once I went on stage it's like all gone. I just had fun. And I've recently been really trying to get back to how I used to be, because that's when I used to perform the best, when my confidence level was higher with myself. And it's not necessarily being confident like thinking I'm the best ballerina ever. It's more being confident in my own skills and knowing that I'm able to execute the steps that I've done well in rehearsal and just do them on stage. I was recently talking to someone and they gave me a really good kind of story analogy thing to think about that has really helped me. They said, if I asked you to walk down a line straight that was just 4 inches wide and 1 foot off the ground, would you be able to do that without falling off? I said, yeah. If they raised that pole 15 feet in the air, same width, 4 inches, would you be able to do it without falling off? Some people might say, I don't know. They would start to doubt their skills. It's kind of the same thing with rehearsals and performances. It's the same steps you're doing and it's the same difficulty. The only variable is that you're nervous. You have a heightened state of awareness. And this really made a lot of sense to me. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's the same. So before I went on stage for a performance I've done recently, which was like the most stressful performance I've ever done, and that's the reason why I've been really thinking about this lately, like how to calm nerves and stuff like that, because I had to go on stage and do a solo. And on top of performing for my friends and family, it was also for the whole artistic staff of the company and the school that I'm with, and it was also an evaluation. So that was obviously really, really scary, and going into it I knew that I really needed to get a grip on my nerves going into this, because it could really affect my performance if I just let my nerves consume me. So it helped a lot to think of that, like telling myself, you're fully capable of doing all these steps. You've done it in rehearsal. Don't let just the fact that people are watching you get to you. And that really helped a lot. I went in the performance and I did okay. Like, I kind of messed up at the end, but it was fine. I ended up coming off stage and being happy with how I did because I had fun and because I was able to just relax and just do the best that I could for that situation. And that's another thing. You have to just realize that not every show is going to be 100% how you want to do it. You just have to have fun and enjoy yourself and just really appreciate the experience of dancing on stage for people and making them happy and maybe inspiring someone else to become a dancer or something. That sounds so cheesy, but you know, you have to think of those little things. It makes you excited to perform and you know, just appreciative of the fact that you're able to dance on stage and stuff like that. So that has really helped me get through performances and calm my nerves. You just have to think, I'm able to do this, you got this in the bag, and you just have to be confident going into it with your skills. And even if you have insecurities as a dancer, we all do. I mean, I think sometimes like, oh my gosh, I'm not as good as some of my peers, I don't have that much turnout, I can't do all these crazy turns and all these tricks. And sometimes I doubt myself, and that's when I don't do very well. So, just as a tip, going into it, have confidence in yourself and know that what you've done in rehearsal, you are fully capable of doing it on stage, and don't let the other variables get to your head. Some people also like to have kind of a pre-performance routine. I don't really do this. I usually just pray to calm my nerves. That's because I'm personally religious, and that's what I like to do. Some people like to just, I don't know. I don't really talk to people about their pre-performance routines. Some people just go off in a corner and just, sit there for a while, think deep thoughts. I'm not sure. Whatever floats your boat, do it. I also like to do certain exercises to kind of get me on my leg, so that I'm not cold. I used to stretch a lot before a show, and I found that that's not necessarily a good thing, just being super loose but having no strength. I would recommend stretching, getting warm, doing more of a warm-up than stretching. Like stretch, I'd recommend doing a short, condensed bar, like do a good plie, like tendus, dégagés, rond de jambes. Fondus are very important. Do them on releve. Maybe some grand battements to get loose, and just something to get you on your leg, make you feel loose but also very strong. And then before that, I usually do that in flat shoes, and then I'll put on my point shoes, and I'll do a couple point exercises. You could do some échappés, but before I go on stage, I like to do an exercise that my teacher calls 8 and 8. You do like, you do 8 releves on each foot, just the other foot's in coupe, and you hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just go up and hold it for a couple counts, plie up. And the good part about that step is it gets you on your leg. If you use your plie properly, get down in your plie, feel your weight in the plie, and spring up onto releve. It's not a rise, it's a releve, so if your foot is on the floor like this, and your toes are here, you spring up like this. And that helps you get strength. And that's also a good thing to do every day. It's just like a good little exercise, It helps get you very stable. That's what I mean by on your leg. Like, feeling your rotation at the top of your hip, all your muscles engaged, and you just feel very strong on point, as if you could balance there for a while. That's your goal before you go on stage, just so that you feel like, not, off your leg. That's the only way I could describe it. On your leg, off your leg, I don't know. On balance, I guess. That's a good way to put it. So I like doing that on each leg, maybe 1 or 2 repetitions of that. And it makes me feel ready on my leg for the show. I do that in the wings sometimes. So you might like that. Try it out if you'd like. And as for meals before a show, I usually don't like to eat that much before I go on stage. If the performance is at night, I'll have my normal lunch, normal breakfast before, normal lunch. I wouldn't recommend going out and eating anything crazy, or especially don't eat less than you're used to. Even if you're nervous, try and eat the same amount, just your normal routine of eating. Just kind of stick to that. And I might have like just a little snack before the show. Like last time I had just some peanut butter crackers, and that held me over until after the show, and then I ate dinner. So that's what I like to do as far as food is concerned. I'm not like that girl on Breaking Point, the principal, what's her name, Christiana. I love that show, by the way, where she ate like a croissant with ham and cheese like every time before a show. That's great if it like keeps you on a regular routine, but I personally don't do that. Just kind of find what you like to do, what works for you. That's the whole point of it. I'm not saying you have to do all these things that I'm telling you, but these are the things that helped keep me kind of nerve-free, on balance, ready for the show. Another thing is I also like to visualize. Oh my gosh, that's a whole nother thing before I end this video, because it's getting kind of long, I'm sure. But another really good thing to do, at least like a week before the show, every night, just sit in your bed before you go to sleep and visualize yourself doing your variation, your whatever you're doing, even if it's like core work. Visualize you doing your dance perfectly in your head. Like, just visualize yourself on stage with the lights and everything, doing it perfectly, just how you want it to go. Every detail of it, just imagine it, and I swear it helps. I even used to do it whenever I was a competitive swimmer. People used to tell me to do that, like, imagine yourself diving off the block. It helps, I swear, it helps. And I also like to do that before I go on stage too. So I like to do all of those things. I hope this helps you, and I hope that you guys can get on the road, I meant to say get on the road to staying nerve-free, confident, and I hope that you guys have some great performances coming up in the future, especially for Nutcracker if you guys are participating in that soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and that this helped you out. Bye!